Hello and welcome everyone, I'm TheSparrowsJourney, and I'm here to take a first look into Eidolon, a game by Ice Water Games. Eidolon attempts to be a discovery exploration game. Whoever is here looking to find games like DayZ or The Forest or even the upcoming H1Z1, it's nothing like that. There's really nothing terrible that can kill you other than the wildlife. Eidolon is a word, if I'm not mistaken, a Greek word, which basically means the love for nature. And that's what basically you're gonna experience in Eidolon. Actually, Eidolon is just one more of those games that I don't like to call it itself a game, but rather an experience which you will go through. A spiritual experience if you want to. As you can see, the game has this geometrical art style with just simple colors and simple shapes, and there isn't just much to explore in the settings panel. The game is developed in the Unreal Engine. Not sure if it's the Unreal Engine 3 or 4, but I would bet it's the third one. So with everything set, let's get back into the game. Now, it's important to say, and I love this transition between the menu and the game, it's just lovely. I haven't saved the game. This is a game that I have played for a while, I would say 2 hours where I have wandering around and discovering places. And the game just automatically saves until you come back and decide to play again. Eidolon is just a light-hearted game. It's one where you get bored at times if you're expecting too much action, which you won't get on Eidolon. And you will just have to look for your own luck and things to do. I was sort of forced in my own way of telling you about the game to start by loading a saved game or starting a game that wasn't on the beginning. Because Eidolon is a very slow game, very slow-paced game where not much happens until you actually start discovering stuff. And before you actually start discovering stuff, a lot of time would probably pass by, and this video would become extremely long. The goal in Eidolon is basically discover, explore the huge map. That's one of the things I like about Eidolon. The map is huge. If I press M, I actually now have a map, even though a lot of what's seen in here isn't very clear what it is. I know these objects are antennas now, but only now because I've seen it in the map itself. I know that these are big forests. This is a swamp or a lake. These are the mountains, and I have no idea what is this. It says here Belev and here Olympia. I have no idea if you can go to this side of the map and to the north, and if the map is not just restricted to this one. So the map is huge, okay? But in its hugeness, I lack of things to do, and that's one of my biggest complaints about Eidolon. But hey, if you like to explore, if you like having a relaxing time in games, Eidolon might just be for you. For me, it just lacks action and things to entertain me. So you can pick up stuff, but you don't actually have a crafting system, or at least I haven't found one. When you pick up stuff, you can press tab, go to your inventory in this tab over here, and I have tinder, which I've picked up from the floor, which you can burn to have a fire camp like this. This fire camp will allow you not just to freeze during the night and not freeze when you touch the water. This will keep you alive. So although there are survival elements to it, it's not exactly a survival game. I also have mushrooms and blackberries and blueberries. These are all items that I've picked up from bushes and from the floor, which you need to pick up and eat in order to survive. You can see here on the bottom left screen, I have some signs. This one is hungry, so I am hungry, I need to eat. This one is well rested, so if you keep running throughout the whole game and never stop to sleep, you will become exhausted and you will be no longer allowed to sprint. And I have here wounded because I have fell from a high cliff, I think. But I didn't even die, so that's fine. I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry. There we go. And now I'm gonna sleep because it's nighttime. And during the nighttime, you don't see much. It's beautiful, I give you that. The art style of the game in Eidolon is actually beautiful and I love it. So let's shut eye and wait for the morning. I should be hungry. Of every human life, the units gathered posted not a thought, emotion, deed left out. The whole or large or small sum added up in its Eidolon. Eidolon is an interesting word. And that's what you will find about the game itself. It will be interesting, it will be curious, but for me, once again, it kind of falls on that boring hole, which I cannot get out of, because there's just not much to do. Now, this is the type of thing you want to find in Eidolon. This type of science, which sounds interesting and is visible from far away in the map. Let's pick it up. It's a note. You'll find several notes in Eidolon, and that's your ultimate goal, I would say. These notes tell you about characters that lived in this world. So you are like this history guy that tries to uncover what is happening in Eidolon and what happened in the past, because the setting is a post-apocalyptic world in which you probably won't find anyone other than wildlife. You also won't find any zombies, if you're wondering about that. I picked up a good sum of notes, like this one, that I can't even read about, which is kind of upsetting. And each one of these notes tell you a little bit of the story behind who actually wrote it. These two were wrote by Enders. I can now click this button and it will spawn a light that goes away and vanishes. I haven't actually found what that means, but I do like to believe that it's the direction in which Enders is. If I want to find him, I will have to click that button time and time again until I find the right direction. Or the right spot where the guy is. Now, if I touch the water, you'll notice I am so cold! And now I need to build a fire camp. Unless I am lucky and it disappears. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think it's related to the weather and the day and night cycles. So if you step on the water during the morning and during the night, the cold just won't go away. Now, it went away. Just went away. Have no idea why. Probably because I'm now dry. I need to eat again. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eat blueberries. Ate the rest of the blueberries. But I'm still feeling pretty hungry. So let's eat the mushrooms. I bet I'll still get hungry because I only ate 2. I'm gonna get near some zones with interesting landscapes. And I stepped on the water. Strangely enough, because there's no water in there. These are huge antennas that once existed for the humanity, which no longer have any use. Now, throughout the world, you can also pick up items. I haven't found a crafting system, which I'm very sad about. In Eidolon, I would love to be able to craft stuff. It would be one of the reasons to keep me interested and focused on the game. Other than that, it's just running aimlessly. Unless you pick up a compass, start watching the map, and try to be specifically on a place you think it will be interesting, which I've already done, but it's not rewarding enough. It just isn't. Now, if I watch the map, for instance, I was interested in these little house icons in here. There were actually houses in there, but they were not very interesting at all. They were all empty, nothing on them, no activity, and you can pick up throughout the map, you can discover a compass, which I'm now selecting on the top right corner of the map, like this. If I now left click, no, it's actually right click, it comes up and now I have a compass. With this, I can guide myself with the map, this compass, and whatever I find in the map. So I'm near an antenna and I'm near a lake. So that would be somewhat nearby, maybe here. There's a lake and an antenna, but I don't think it's here because I've been here. It's nothing like this. So I don't know, maybe here, but I don't see any lake here. Whatever the case, to travel in Eidolon, you gotta rely on the compass, wherever surrounds you, and this map. But before doing so, you have to discover the map itself, you have to discover the compass. And that will take a huge time. A time that for me takes too much. And just calls out for the boring side again. Here are some bushes with blackberries, gonna pick them up. I don't feel really encouraged to pick up stuff in Eidolon over the fact that I can't actually do anything with them besides eating. I can pick up the blackberries and eat them. I can pick up the tinder and burn them for a campfire, but I can't actually craft a bow, which I've actually already seen in Eidolon trailers, but I guess you just have to find it already done, pick it up and use it. You cannot craft it. I see some tinders there. Here are some mushrooms. I'm gonna left click them and I'm picking them up. This is Eidolon in a nutshell. Running, finding interesting things, having the patience to do so. Picking up tinder, picking up mushrooms, trying to live, trying to survive while you find notes of whatever happened in this world. I need to eat once again. I'm gonna eat blackberries, here we go. I don't even know if you can die from hunger, never tried it. But I know that you can be attacked by beasts in the world, which will, in the end, kill you and will be the end of the game for you. One of my huge complaints about Eidolon is the sound. The music is not only poor, but it's too repetitive. And it just doesn't add too much to the game. To a game like Eidolon, that I do think the sound is crucial. Because you have this very simple art style, very geometrical graphics. You need to have very good sound work to make it much more atmosphere, to make it much more pleasant. And I don't think they have done a good work in it. Even the walking sound is annoying as hell. This guy is stepping on the grass. Can you imagine this for 2 to 3 hours non-stop? Yeah, might be a little bit tiresome. I'm trying to reach some point where I can discover something to show you and something new for me. I've also discovered binoculars, which help you to see in a distance and decide if that point is worth it to explore or not. So if I right click, I will zoom in to whatever direction I'm looking at. So I'm gonna walk a couple more minutes to see if we can discover something. Because Eidolon is just, it's not just to show Eidolon in a 20 minutes video, because it takes so much more to show and for you to actually understand what is Eidolon all about. I'm trying to the best of my abilities to show you what is all about. Also with the experience I had. I have no idea what is that. Never been in that place, so I'm gonna go there. I would love to discover and find a beastie, a wolf or a bear, or even a deer, which I think you can hunt with a bow, but I never actually done so because I can't find a freaking bow. This looks like their version of a nightmare forest. I've seen quite different landscapes in Eidolon, and I like that. I've seen swampy places, forest places, very grass open places, and that's cool. There's a lot of variety in the landscapes, even though the art style is very simple. Okay, this seems to be a swampy area. What? Oh, mushrooms. Sure, I'll take all the mushrooms. Is this oil? I can be rich! The music stopped, which could be a hint. Wounds seem to have healed completely. Okay, so wounds go away if you keep surviving and having healthy actions. I'm gonna wander a little bit more. Can you find a beastie? I would love to end this video with a beast. Or something more interesting than just the plain forest. I actually think the game looks amazing. And with the day and night cycles, it actually gives you some cool atmospheres, visual atmospheres. You can actually very clearly tell when it's getting nighttime or when you're in the morning. In the morning you have like this foggy type of weather. During the night, when it's getting nighttime, I think this is the type of atmosphere we have right now. Is that pine trees? What is that? I never got to the end of the map, and I don't even know if that exists or not. Oh, that's an interesting thing to pick up. Let's get there. I could stop here, take a screenshot, and this will probably be a very beautiful desktop wallpaper. I would love it, but that's not what a game aims for, right? Oh, that's a beast. I saw a deer, I think. In a game like this, you aim to be entertained, not really to just stop everywhere and take screenshots for your desktop wallpaper. There, it seems to be a fox, and I have no idea why the game is stuttering so much. Yeah, it's a fox. That's a type of wildlife you find in Eidolon. I would love to interact with it, but once you get close to it, it just runs away. Unless it's a bear or a wolf. In that case, it will attack you. Yeah, the animations are not spot on either, are they? Is there anything else? I'm just gonna pick this up and see what it is all about. Oh! I got a fishing rod. Let's see. It's getting nighttime, so it's kind of difficult to see the water. Okay, here we go. Can I throw it? You need to be in the water? I have no idea. Oh, there we go. You need to be out of the water. How do you actually fish in Eidolon? You need to wait for... Oi! Oh, got one fish. With right click. There we go. Eat. Not hungry enough. Never got that message. You can also write in here whatever you want. There we go. I'm the best YouTuber in the world. Knowing what Eidolon aims for, a relaxing, non-stressful experience you want to have after a full day of work, I do recommend Eidolon. If you're looking for a more action game like survival game like DayZ, The Forest or whatnot, I do not recommend Eidolon. Eidolon is a very slow and quiet game in which not much will happen unless you make it happen, and even so, not much will happen either. You have a huge map, you have a lot of things to explore, but it will become somewhat boring and tedious if you're not the type of player that has some patience. But the landscapes, oh my god, they're beautiful. Look at this. It would be lovely to make a time-lapse video of Eidolon. That would be cool. To make Eidolon more interesting to me personally. I don't enjoy Eidolon at this current state. I would enjoy to have a crafting system, more activity in the world. I think they have the ingredients here. It's just not the way or the path, the route they wish to take, and I'm fine with that. If you enjoy this type of games, Eidolon is for you. I'm TheSparrowsJourney. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed what you watched. I'll see you next time.